welcome back. We got plans for him coming up soon, real soon. In fact, actually the weather's working out perfect for us because we need good weather to be able to do this. Snowed a ton the other week and left a bunch of moisture in the ground, which is awesome because that's what we didn't have to do winter wheat, though it's too late to put winter wheat in now, but it'll be good for next year's crop. And there's more snow coming. They're talking another 10, 12 inches of snow. So if that happens, awesome. This guy right here, well, definitely some modifications we got to do to it. We got an idea, we got a plan to make it work better this time. I know, it's what happens when you have leg arms around to do the kind of work. You just don't have the quality of him. But, oh yeah, back to the bud. Unverferth. They're in this. It's gonna be sweet. You guys are gonna love it. So we'll get to that in a second. But I'm all over the map. Let's just be spazzy today. This truck, remember, tire flat, try to get air in it, got it to finally seat. Well, I'm gonna take it in town and get it fixed. Yes, we could probably fix that ourselves. Yes, it would take a little bit of time, but it is very convenient that our tire shop is just 2 miles down the road, and it's really easy just to stop in there and have them do it, and then I don't have to mess with it. Because sometimes you gotta pick and choose your battles, and I don't know. Playing with a semi-tire, patching it, it's just not a battle I feel like picking. I'd rather change big mud tires. The reason we're using that old auger and not the Westfield auger, the new one we just got, is because we're doing fertilizer. And if you guys have watched or are farmers or know anything about fertilizer, especially urea, it's extremely corrosive on metal. It does not like metal. Or I should say, they like each other a lot. They oxidize and it just becomes a mess. So, you gotta use something that you're not afraid to get destroyed. And every time you run fertilizer through a grain auger, it takes a little life out of it. That old auger right here is just a backup, and we've determined that is the auger to be used for this kind of job. So let's use that auger. Okay, we're over here at the Quonset, and they're bringing the tractor over the auger. The guy with the fertilizer already showed up. In fact, he was a little earlier. That's not bad. I mean, he just has to wait on us, right? Sorry. But yeah, we gotta put some fertilizer in these brand new bins right there. See those things? Oh yeah, those used to be our fertilizer bins. These are going to be fertilizer bins too, but they're more, they got like a stainless steel gates on the bottom, so we're going to put those in there. But he's getting lined up. There we go. Right there. I got a little tiny screen I'm looking at, so I'm trying to figure out where everything's at. Plus I'm just, you know, crippled, so that doesn't help the situation, right? Fertilizer, also, should say urea, also likes to get, what's the word? Well, moisture. It gets very cloddy. It can become rock hard, almost like cement. And so, if you dump a bag of floor dry in there in the bottom, the moisture throughout the year that's going to be going up through the door will soak into floor dry before it gets to the urea, which will help prevent you from a major headache of having to chip out rock hard urea before you get it out of the bin. It helps. It's not 100%, but it helps. But dump a little floor dry in the bottom of these. Pro tip from people online.
Yeah, if we put the cat litter in there, it stops from being a catastrophe.
We've been using kitty litter, but he has floor dry this time, so we do need to use up kitty litter and put on the other one. Kind of funny, he accidentally went to the wrong location. This is supposed to go to somebody else, but he's like, oh, I'll just drop it off here. I'll get another one for the other guy. It's like, all right, that works. Surprise, right?
You know, one of those days when you wake up and you think you got a plan on what the day is going to be like, and it is totally different than what you planned? That's today. I was planning on doing some deep soil manipulation with a large tractor and a really cool implement. But I haven't gotten to that yet because, well, fertilizer trucks are bringing fertilizer out to our new Westfield bins. And a random gravel truck shows up saying that someone in this area ordered a load of gravel and he thought it was this area. So he brought it to our yard. We didn't order it, but if he's not gonna take it to wherever he was supposed to take it, if they can't figure that out, I guess we'll take it because we need it. We were just talking about it. We need to order some gravel. Boom, gravel truck shows up. See, everybody's listening. I am now the employee of the month. Our previous employee of the month, he's out, unfortunately. That's okay, because this shirt's cool, and it makes me a little bit more cool like the last guy. So you guys can go to our website and check it out if you want, but this is employee of the month, sure. Because like I'm used to wear these.
Well, since we got gravel, I'm going to use the 7140 with that grader attachment blade, grade master attachment blade that we have, and go clean up that little bit of free gravel. No, it wasn't free, we got to pay for it, but we can go spread it around.
All right, it's time, finally. Big Bud. Let's fire her up. We got the new radials on her, these Optitracs. Gonna see if these things squat down like they're supposed to and put some traction to the ground, because we got something we gotta pull. It's gonna take some horsepower, and I think this has got it. Let's go. That there is a 10 shank, 40-inch spacing, Unverferth 122 Zone-Builder, and it is awesome. That baby's doing just over 33 feet per pass. We're running about 4.5 miles an hour. We can do more, but we're just gonna keep it at that right now. Bud's having no trouble at all. Those Optitrac tires, not a lot of slip. It's looking good, looking really good. This ground here is not, I don't think ever been deep ripped. I don't think it's ever been deep ripped. So there's a hard pan under the ground here that's hardly ever been touched. And that's potential nutrients that can be released. That's possibly fracturing the ground and let water, moisture from the snow in this winter, the rain, trickle down and to flow into parts of the ground that it normally wouldn't. So that way it'll be there when the crop grows. And then it gives an opportunity for the crop to send its roots down those fractures and have a better opportunity at grabbing what it needs from the ground. So a lot of good coming from it, but we've never done it. Now we're not sure how many acres we're gonna do yet. This is more of a test. Unverferth has provided this opportunity for us to try this out. It's definitely a cool opportunity to put behind that bud. And then also the option to have those nice Optitrac radials on there, because those old Firestone bias tires we had, they spun a lot. They didn't have a very good footprint. So two things, we got a thing that takes a lot of power to pull and a tractor that's set up to pull it. One potential unforeseen side effect of doing this, which is good and bad, is these things. This rock here probably would have stayed underground for who knows how long, but because we're deep ripping, we pulled it up. Now that's good because we can take care of it. It just means we got to go out in the fields now and rock pick.
What I have to say to Unverferth for bringing this here for us to try is this is really rocking my field work.
So this funky looking white ground here is what we call alkaline ground, alkaline flat, alkaline wash. Very muddy, very mucky, and nothing grows on it except for kochia, which is our nemesis. And so the idea is if we run the deep ripper through it, the salts that are being built up here might have a chance to wash back down where they came from possibly saving this ground. This part here, nothing we can do about that. But what's happening is up here, it's starting to slowly become that. And it's just a natural process that's been happening for a long time. Well, this is pretty good. I took over for Dad. Got to catch a beautiful sunset. And we're getting the acres done. But I think the fuel filter's starting to plug because I'm losing power. And I'm having a hard time maintaining the speed I was doing earlier. Which is kind of weird because I thought we just changed that fuel filter. But we'll put a new one on. I'm sure that's what it is. These old tanks probably just have soot in them that's sloshing around. So we'll get that changed. And then the transmission on this tractor is having some issues. It won't stay in third or fourth gear. It's having a tough time, and those are clutch packs. But I'm staying in second, and I can maintain 4.5 miles an hour at full throttle in second gear. So that's okay, we're doing 4.5, but I could be doing 5 to 6 if I get in third gear. So that's another problem we gotta figure out. Could be a simple solenoid, we'll know soon. But I'm just playing with my Pro 700 here. Just kind of playing with the AccuTurn, trying to get that set right, as well as my acres per hour. I want to know kind of what I'm doing here. So far, I haven't gotten a log on that yet. But overall, really cool. Liking the Zone-Builder, liking these Optitracs, and getting the work done.